Hey guys, so it's around, what time is it? 4:12 on Saturday the 15th. I am about to go to work, but I wanted to sit down because I wanted to talk about something like I'm really passionate about, and I haven't really mentioned it so much in my channel. I think I mentioned it once, and I've recently kind of, you know, since I go to a school that is based on environmental studies, and it's more conscious about what you do in the environment and how you, I guess, are how your role in the environment works. As of recently, we've done a lot of studies on rivers and ponds and how humans affect the ecosystems and ponds by pollution and any other things, but that's not what I'm really I mean, that's what we learn about, but the more thing that I'm talking about in this video is a foundation that is near and dear to my heart. I've watched Steve Irwin when I was really young, and his daughter had a show that I used to watch, and that's when I was sold on what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be when I was older, and I just, that having that role model in my life really affected the way I think, how I make choices, and how I view the world. So basically, there's a foundation called the Wildlife Warrior Foundation. I'll link it down below, but they're really good at getting the message out that if we don't save the earth, no one else is going to. And it's not just the earth, but it's the ecosystems, it's the animals. Everybody loves animals. I mean, who doesn't love animals? If you don't love animals, it's kind of something that's wrong with you. So basically, they're called the Wildlife Warrior Foundation. They're a global conservation. It's hard to explain. Conservation organization based out of Australia Zoo, which is the zoo that Steve Irwin and Terry and Bindi and Robert own. And obviously, that Steve is no longer with us, but he still lives on. There's a lot of characteristics of Steve that still live on in the zoo. And the way that I came about learning, oh, my hair looks, the way I came about learning about these guys is I remember one day I came home from school and I was just kind of searching on, I think it was Discovery Kids, because we have different channels here in the in America than Australia does. And I think I was searching one day, and I've always loved animals since I was really young. I just remember always having a connection with them. It's not something I can explain. It's just when I'm with them, especially non-domestic animals, it's just something that I'm really passionate about. It's something that I feel inside me that I can't explain. It's just a feeling that overcomes me, and I just get so happy, and I'm so relaxed, and I'm just in my element. So I came about watching Bindi when I came home from school, and I was watching, I think, Saddle Club, if you guys remember that show, and then Bindi came on right after, and I was just so amazed at how passionate she was about the animals, and the animals that I've seen in the zoo, and the one by my house, the one I work at, the one I love going to, and I just remember watching her and how amazed, how amazed I was, how passionate, and how much she loved the animals, and how much she wanted to save them. And I remember my mom telling me when I was younger that I used to dance on the bed to the theme song, and that doesn't surprise me. I've always loved her, and I love Steve so much. And then I remember going outside and appreciating, from a really young age. Think about, at this time I'm probably 9 or 10 years old, maybe younger. I feel like maybe I was 8 or 9 years old. And keep in mind, Bindi's a little older than me. She's 18 and I'm 16. So she's about a couple years older than I am. Anyway, I remember after the show ended and I didn't get to watch it anymore because they had to discontinue Discovery Kids. I remember going outside one day and just sitting outside and appreciating everything that was around me. I used to live in a pretty rural town, so there'd just be cornfields, there would be farms, there would be like anything like you think in a small town, it was there. And I remember going out there one day and just like appreciating everything. And I remember like my mom coming out and be like, "Why are you sitting out here?" And I just said, "Because I'm appreciating it." And she's like, "What do you mean?" "I mean, I'm appreciating nature." It's like, okay. I don't know. I was always just a weird kid. I've always been that person that I've never had problems expressing who I am, and I don't care what others think about me. And I'm really loud and I'm outgoing, and I've been told I'm free-spirited. So I don't know, I just really enjoy being outdoors. And a little bit later, after the show ended, I watched, I think it was it Crocodiles first or Crocodile Hunter? I remember watching it on Animal Planet. I think it was Crocodile Hunter. Yeah, because it was on Animal Planet. And I had seen Steve on Bindy's show, obviously, before, because he's her dad, but I actually appreciated watching him. Like, I really liked coming home and watching him. And occasionally, like, on YouTube, I have them saved in a playlist that I watch them sometimes when I get inspired again. And I actually have a book that I want to show you guys. Hold on one second. Okay, so this is my book. I'll show you. I'll talk about it a little bit. I remember coming home and like watching Steve and any other like educational shows about animals, like Sea Rescue, Wildlife Docs. What else? And then when the Dolphin Tale movies came out, I loved that. I loved Return to Nim's Island when it came out. Just like any movie about nature. Actually, I do have a playlist on Netflix of different like nature documentaries that I'll watch sometimes to like learn about different species and where they live in the ecosystems. Yeah, so that's how I got into it, and now I'll kind of like branch out to where I fit in this. So I wrote this. This is a book that I got from my friend. This is a Timberwolves sign. I got this from my friend a couple years ago, and I wanted to like be informational about what I was passionate about and why I was passionate about it and what species that I could talk about, because I volunteer at the zoo, and I know I've talked about this before. I volunteer at the Minnesota Zoo, and I've been volunteering there for about almost 3 years now, and it's just incredible. I love going to the zoo. I love the thing I love about going to the zoo is being a part of a community that is striving to save animals all around the world, whether it be the black rhino in Africa, whether it be the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, whether it be the bison in North America. I just love going there. I love having the campers come in and be so wowed and be amazed by what they see at the zoo. And I remember distinctly, we had an animal demo, which is when you're a zoo camper, we get to do animal demos. We'll have Zoomobile come in, which they are an organization that educates the kids around Minnesota. They go to like nursing homes, they go to hospitals, they go to schools, and they educate the people, whether it be like a prehensile tail porcupine from South America, or it'll be a bull snake. It doesn't matter. They're just a really good organization, and I fell in love with it. But I love going to camp and seeing the campers just amaze. And I remember, I think I can't even like keep talking. I was in a demo, and I was sitting like, here's a camper, and I was in the middle because I always have to sit with them because the teacher's on the end, and then I'm like in the middle to monitor them. And I remember the Zoomobile people asking me like, I think it was like how much an owl weighed or whatever, and I got it spot on, because before that I remember going to like this class or whatever and learning how much I think it was a great horned owl weighed, and like after he revealed the answer, they're just like, wow, how'd you know that? And that's when I kind of got really excited sorry, my nails are peeling. Excited to do what I do. And then the last zoo camp that I had was called Zoo Crew, and it's based at my school, which is cool because that rhymed. My school is actually on the zoo's campus, so here's the zoo, and then here's my school. So it's like right on the campus. And I remember we went into the Tiger Barn, which is where we keep the, I think they're Amur tigers. There's 5. There's Patrice, Mon, well, there was 5, Nadia passed away. Patrice, Moni, Putin, and Sindari. And we got to go in and we got to see Putin, which he's the biggest tiger that they have there. I think he weighs like 500 pounds. I think. I'm not sure. Yes. And we got to see him, and I just remember going in there and like nearly like crying because he was so beautiful, and I've always wanted to see a tiger up close. And when I went in there, I just instantly, there's just tears coming down my face. And I remember a camper asking me like, why are you crying? And I was just like, because he's so beautiful. And I don't know, like I get tears like thinking about it now. But it's something like about animals that I'll never be able to understand. Like, they're just so like therapeutic to me. There's something that I love to deal with every day. Like, I love going to school, and I have this class called Animal Care, and we have different types of animals that we can handle ourselves. And I usually handle the reptiles because nobody else really likes reptiles, and I like educating people there and people at the zoo about reptiles and how amazing they are. And then once they like get over their fears and they want to touch them, it's just something that I feel like I did for them, and something I can appreciate, that they also can appreciate now. So, like I said, this ties into the Wildlife Warrior Foundation, and if you want to check them out, there's obviously a link in the description, and I feel like I'm repeating myself, but anyway, I'll get back to the book. So, I have a bunch of species written down. Like, I have contents here. I have like snakes and how you can identify them. I have crocodiles, and I took all this information from some of Steve's documentaries. So I just have page after page after page after page. Hold on, I'm not done yet. This is like, I think I did like half of this book already. And then I did microbiology, zoology, chordatas and phylums. What else did I do? Most common marine mammals, crocodiles, Kemp's Ridley sea turtle, the green sea turtle, and this is it. I'm still working on this book. This is where I keep all my information of everything that I know about animals, and I refer back to this when I want to know. I have a list on my phone of every zoo animal, so if you see me at the zoo, I'll probably know the name of the animal that you're looking at. What else? So I just kind of wanted to reflect on that, and I do want to continue to work with the Wildlife Warrior Foundation because I do want to eventually go to Australia and go to university there and maybe work at the zoo. It's always something I wanted to do. That rhymed again. I've always wanted to work at Australia Zoo. I've always wanted to go to Australia in general. Actually, maybe this next year, because at SES we get to do intensive themes, which is basically where all your classes stop for a week and you get to go on field studies, and I might go on the Australia field study to the Great Barrier Reef, so I'm really excited. But that's all I want to talk about for now, so I hope you guys liked my little rant, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!